Let's discuss some ways that you can plan and prepare for your on-air guest talent, who are often the lifeblood of any interview or talk show segment. In the world of media, talent is not defined as your gifted skill or ability or aptitude. Talent is rather defined as any reporter, performer, or guest who's being recorded on camera or on the radio. For instance, you may be referred to as your show's talent if you're planning to appear on camera as the host for your upcoming show. As you navigate the planning phase of your TV show concept and its content, you'll also want to include some time to research and line up your guest talent for upcoming episodes. Identifying guest talent can be as simple as tapping into your own resources, the people that you know personally or mutually through others that may add a high level of value to the conversation topics that you'll be discussing. Perhaps you know some friends who are knowledgeable in your show's subject area and would be willing to chat for a few segments on camera. Or perhaps you are active in local community groups and you can reach out to some leaders there to invite them to discuss a few topics for your relevant episodes. Social media can be another great place to extend your search for great guest talent. You can scroll through your friends list as well as other Facebook groups or pages that represent your topic of interest and find some knowledgeable individuals there. The internet can be extremely resourceful for researching your potential guests and connecting with them. Plus, as we mentioned earlier, AOC's TV studios are equipped to take live call-in guests so that your talent won't always have to be physically available in person to contribute to your show's conversation. Once you have researched, identified, and reached out to your potential guest and hopefully gotten the approval of a few, the next step is scheduling them. Scheduling out your guests should be a very thoughtful process. It's important to remember that, just like yourself, your guests may often have busy schedules or a tight work-life balance to manage. So providing them the interview date and time well in advance will give them some ample time to coordinate their schedule and prepare to be on camera. At least 2 weeks' notice before your show's taping date is a good practice to follow. It may be important to note now that producing a pre-recorded series show gives you a little more flexibility with the date and time of your taping, whereas producing a live series show will be a bit more firm with a fixed date and time in which you will be scheduled to go live on air. So you may want to keep this in mind as you coordinate. Overall, it's important that your talent feel confident and prepared for your interview segment. Guests who don't feel much comfort or trust with their hosts are much more likely to cancel their interview segment at the last minute or not show up altogether. I mean, it can be very intimidating for some new guests who are not familiar with sharing their opinions, their stories, or expertise on camera for an at-home audience. You can prepare your talent for the questions they'll be asked by providing them a brief list of conversation topics or questions in advance, so they have a general idea of what you may address during the segment. While you don't technically need to provide a complete specific list of questions, giving them a general idea of the key points that will be covered may ease some of the nerves that come with the interview process. Providing a brief topic list of ideas still maintains some space for spontaneity within your interview, without catching your talent completely off guard. Another important part of organizing your guest talent is collecting your guest's info. Ask your talent for the proper spelling of his or her name and preferred title, as well as any other info that he or she desires to share with your viewing audience, such as an email or social media handles. This info can be displayed on screen during your talent interview segment using the TriCaster technology in AOC's director's booths. Have this info handy on the day of your shoot to ensure that all this input goes smoothly for the director. Alternatively, you can insert all of your guest info later during your post-production editing.